Hello viewers, welcome to the channel. In this video, we will create an animation of the toe clamp using the Assembly4 workbench. The part design video for this model is available in the video description, as well as its files link for download. After you complete the animation of this model, you will understand that it's very easy and simple to use the Assembly4 workbench. Maybe the hard work of using this workbench is to make the assembly of the parts, because it's very different from the most easy workbench for assembling parts. I'm talking about the A2 Plus workbench. In A2 Plus workbench, what we always need to do is to select two edges or surface and then apply a constraint to assemble the parts. Rather than in the Assembly4 workbench, to create assembly, we need to place LCS in each part. The LCS is used to assemble the part in another part which have LCS2. This look is difficult, but it's worth it. Let's go to the tutorial. If you download the toggle clamp parts from the link, what you'll find will be the zip file here. Unzip this file, and you'll find these two folders. This first folder contains all parts and also the assembly using the A2 Plus workbench, and the second folder contains all parts with LCS and also the assembly and the animation using the Assembly4 workbench. My goal in this tutorial is to show you how I create the animation of this toggle clamp. So next here, what I will do is to create a new folder. Okay, and then I go to this first folder and I create a copy of these all parts. Okay, and now I pass all these parts here. Okay, and the first thing that I will do now is to place LCS in these all files. So now I will open this first part one here, then click on mouse and select open with, and I select FreeCAD. As you can see, now I have this first part here in FreeCAD, and the first thing to do here is to change the workbench. Click in workbench selector and select Assembly4 workbench. To place LCS in this part here, what you need to do is to select the body, and then click in this icon and select new coordinate system. Change this name here to origin point and enter, and now zoom in and select this circular edge here. Scroll down and select inertial LCS, and the next thing that we'll do here is to change this axis. So for example, here we'll change to -90 degrees, and we'll change the y-axis to -90 degrees. Switch to the top view, change the value of the z duration. We want this LCS here. Scroll down here and go to the z duration, and we'll change here to -80. Now scroll up and click OK, and as you can see, now we have this LCS here. Okay, and next here we'll place LCS in the circular edge here. So again, select body and now click in this icon, and now let's rename this LCS to assembly point part 2. Okay, and now just select this circular edge here and scroll down, select inertial CS and go to the x-axis, and here we'll change to 90 degrees. Okay, and now just click OK, and as you can see, now we have two LCS here. And next here, let's open the part 2, but first here we need to save this file. Click in this icon to save this document, and click in this icon to open a document. And now double click in this part 2 file, and here what we'll do is to place LCS in this circular edge here. So what you do, select this body here and click in this icon, and this point here will set origin point and OK, and now select this circular edge here and scroll down here and select revolution section. Okay, and now what you'll do is to change the value of y-axis to 90 degrees. Okay, and as you can see here we have this LCS, and now just click OK and save this document. And now let's open this part 3, double click. Okay, and to place LCS here we'll do the same. Select this body and then click in this icon. Here we'll set origin point and OK. You'll select this circular edge here and then scroll down here and select inertial CS. Change the value of x-axis to -9 degrees, and let's change the y-axis to the same value, -9 degrees. Okay, and next here switch to the top view. Okay, and we run this LCS here in the middle. So what we do, we go to the Z direction and we change this value to -5 millimeters. Scroll up now and click OK. And as you can see, now we have this LCS here and here in the tree view. Save this document and now let's open part 4. Double click. Okay, and now select the body and create a LCS here. The name of this LCS will be origin point. Click OK. And now what you need to do is to select this circular edge here, scroll down and select inertial CS. Okay, and now we go here in the Z direction and we change. Okay, and next here we'll change the x-axis to -9 degrees. Okay, and the y-axis to -90 degrees. Click OK. And as you can see, now we have this LCS here in this hole. Okay, and next save this document and let's open part 5. Double click, and now select the body and click in this icon. Rename this LCS to origin point and OK. Here just click OK. It's all for this part here. Save this document and let's open part 6. Double click. Okay, and here select the body and click in this icon here and rename this LCS to origin point and OK. And here don't select anything, click OK. Press home and save this document. And now let's open part 7. Double click. Okay, and here what you do, we select the body and now click in this icon and here rename this LCS to origin point and OK. Don't select anything here, click OK and save this document. And now let's open part 8. Double click. Okay, and select body and now click in this icon. Rename this LCS to origin point and OK. Don't select anything, click OK. And now save this document. Okay, and now it's time to create the animation. So first, now what you'll do is to create a new document. Click in this icon and to create a new document, and now let's save this document as animation. Enter. Okay, and now the first thing that we'll do here in this workbench is to create a new model. Click in this icon to create a new model. And as you can see here in the tree view, we have these two objects. We have this group here and this assembly. Next here what you'll do is to create a body in this parts group. So first here what you need to do is to select this parts group and then click in this icon. And now let's rename this body to skeleton. Okay, and if you click in this arrow, you can see that here we have a skeleton in this group here. So click in this arrow and you will see this LCS here, LCS 0. Okay, and the next thing that we'll do now is to go to the part 4. Click in this arrow and here you'll see this body, and now click in this arrow of this pad operation select the sketch here and click on this copy icon. Okay, and here what we'll do is to only select this sketch and then click OK. Okay, and now close this arrow and now click on this pass icon. And as you can see, now we have the sketch in this document animation with Assembly4. Select the sketch and make the sketch visible. Spacebar. Click off and press home and you'll see this sketch here. So the next thing that we'll do is to drag the sketch into this body here. Okay, and now double click on the sketch. So first here we'll hide these constraints and now we'll delete this point here. Select this point and delete. Okay, and now move this and the sketch here and select the center point and the center point here, set constant. Okay, and now let's move the sketch again and now click on this icon here and we'll lock the position of the sketch. Click on the center point and as you can see, now we have the sketch full constrained. And now what we'll do is we'll change this geometry to a constraint geometry. Select this all sketch here and click on this icon and as you can see, the color of the sketch here changed. Okay, and now select polyline tool and first here we'll draw a line this origin point. Draw this line here and now escape and click on this point here and draw this line here. And next draw this horizontal line. Okay, select this vertical distance tool, click on this origin point and now this point here. And now here we'll set a distance of 10 millimeters. Set 10 here and enter and select constraint distance tool. For this line here we'll set a length of 120 and this line here we'll set 30. Okay, and now as you can see we have 8 degrees of freedom here. So next what we'll do is to hide these constraints. Okay, and now click on this icon to change these geometries to constraint geometries and select polyline tool. Now we have the sketch scape. Okay, and next here what we'll do is to constrain this sketch here. So we'll use this sketch. So first now select this angle constraint here and select these two lines here, and as you can see here we have angle of 64 degrees. So what we'll do here is to select these two lines and we'll set angle of 65 degrees. Okay, and now select this line and this line, and here we have angle of 120 degrees. So click here and now select these two lines and let's set 120 degrees. Now select this line here and this line. As you can see we have this angle here, so let's set a name for this angle. We'll set A1. Okay, and this will be a reference dimension, so click OK and next select this line here and this line here and click in this formula editor, and here what we'll do is to set constraints. Okay, and A1 and OK, and now click in this line here and this line, and as you can see we have this angle, so we'll set a name for this dimension. We'll set A2 and set reference and then click OK, and now select this line here and this line and click in this icon formula editor, and here we'll set constraints. Okay, and then A2 and okay, now we have 4 degrees of freedom. So now let's select this equal constraint here and then this line and this line here. Now this line and this line. Okay, and next we select this line here and this line here. Okay, and now as you can see we have 1 degree of freedom here. So what you'll do first here, let's hide these constraints. Okay, and as you can see we can move the sketch in this way. So what you'll do next is to constrain this line here. To constrain this line here we'll use angle constraint. Select angle constraint and now select this vertical line and this line here, and here let's set 50 degrees. Okay, and also let's set a name for this angle. Here we'll set angle. Okay, and just click OK. And as you can see, now we have this all sketch full constrained. So close the sketch and press home. And next here we'll change the appearance of the sketch. Here select the sketch and right click on mouse and select appearance, and here we'll change the point size of the sketch to 15 and close this. Okay, and next here what you'll do is to place LCS in this sketch. So the first thing that we'll do now is to select this skeleton body and then click in this icon. We'll rename the sketch here to Assembly.1. Okay, and then select this vertex here and then this line, and now scroll down here and select this alignment here. Okay, and now let's change the value of z-axis. Let's change here to 9 degrees. Okay, and now scroll up and click OK. And next here select the skeleton again and let's create LCS again, Assembly.2. Click enter, and here we'll select this vertex and then this line here, and now scroll down, select this alignment here and change the z-axis to 9 degrees and click OK. Okay, and now let's add another LCS. Select the skeleton body and click in this icon, and the name of this LCS will be Assembly.3. Okay, and now here we'll select this vertex and then this line here, and select this alignment here and scroll down now, and here we'll change the value of the z-axis to 9 degrees. Okay, and now scroll up and then click OK. Select this skeleton body again and create a new LCS. Now the name of this LCS will set Assembly.4 and enter. And now we'll select this vertex here and this line, and now select this alignment here. Scroll down and change the value of the z-axis to 9 degrees, and then scroll up and click OK. And now let's create a new LCS. Select the skeleton and click on this icon. The name of this LCS will be Assembly.5 and enter. And now select this vertex here and this horizontal line and this alignment here, and now change here to 9 degrees and scroll up and click OK. Now as you can see, we have this all LCS here, and the next thing to do now is to import parts to this assembly object here. So first here we'll click on this arrow here. Okay, and now to import parts to this assembly, what you need to do is to select the assembly object and then click on this icon. Okay, and as you can see here, we have these all parts here. So the first part that we'll import will be this skeleton body. Select this skeleton body and then in this insert button, and now we'll set attachment of this skeleton body. So here in attach to, what you'll do is to click here and select parent assembly, and then we'll select LCS origin and then this LCS 0 from the skeleton body, and then click OK. And if you click on this arrow, you can see the skeleton here. So next let's import the part 1 and all parts. So first select this assembly object and then click on this icon, and now we'll import part 1. Let's rename this to part 1 and enter. And now change here to skeleton and then select this origin point and this LCS0 and then click OK. And as you can see, now we have this first part here in this assembly. And now let's import the second part. First here, what we'll do is to select this assembly object and then click on this icon, and now select part 2 and rename this to part 2 and then click insert. And now what you do, this part here, this part 2 will assemble in this part 1 here. So what we'll do here is to select part 1 and then select this assembly point part 2 and then click OK. And as you can see, now we have this part here. And next, let's import the part 3. So what we do now, we select this assembly and then we click in this icon here, and now we'll import this part 3 here. Select part 3 and rename here to part 3 and enter. Okay, and change here to skeleton body. This part 3 here will assemble in this assembly point 5. Select this assembly point 5 here and then click OK. Select assembly object again and click in this icon, and now we'll import part 4. Rename here to part 4 and enter. Okay, and this part here will assemble in the skeleton body in assembly point 1. Okay, here. And now switch to the top view, and what we'll do here is to change the X translation of this part here. So we'll change here to 3.5 and then click OK. And next here we'll import the same part 4. Select assembly and then this icon here and select part 4, and let's rename this to part 4. Okay, and now we'll attach this part here in the skeleton and in assembly point 1, and now we'll change the X translation to -3.5 and then click OK. And as you can see, now we have these two parts here in this sketch, in this assembly. Okay, and now let's import part 5. Select assembly and then click in this icon, and now select part 5 body and rename here to part 5 and enter. Okay, and we'll set the skeleton here, and now what we'll do is to select assembly point 4. Okay, and click OK now. And now let's import the part 6. Select assembly and click in this icon and select part 6 body, rename here to part 6 and enter. Change here to skeleton, and now we'll select assembly point 2. Okay, and then click OK, and as you can see, now we have these all parts here. Okay, and now let's import the part 7. Select assembly and click in this icon and select part 7, and let's change here to part 7 and enter. Select skeleton, and first here we'll select assembly point 1, and as you can see, now we have the part here. If we change here, as you can see, the placement change. So we'll select assembly point 1 and click OK now. Select assembly again and let's import part 7 again. Enter. Select skeleton and now assembly point 2 and OK. Assembly again and click in this icon and let's import part 7 again. Select skeleton and now assembly point 3 and click OK. Select assembly again, click in this icon and let's import part 7. Enter. Change here to skeleton and now select assembly point 4 and then click OK. Select assembly, click in this icon, select part 7 and enter. Change here to skeleton and now select assembly point 5 and then click OK. select assembly, and now let's import part 8. Select part 8 here and let's rename here to part 8 and enter. And now select skeleton and LCS 0 and now click OK. And as you can see, now we have these all parts, so we finished the assembly of this model here. So the next thing to do now is to create the animation of this model. So what we do next here, to create the animation, what you need to do is to create a variable here. Select variables here and then click on this icon to create a new variable. Click here, and here we'll set a name for this variable. For example, set position for this variable, and let's set the value here. We'll set 50 and then click OK. And as you can see here in the properties, as you can see, we have this variable position with this value here 50. So the next thing to do now is to go to this skeleton, click in this arrow, scroll down and select this sketch here. Go to the sketch and then click in this arrow. As you can see, we have these constraints here with these names. So what we'll do here is to change the value of this constraint here, angle. Click in formula editor, and here what we'll do is to change here. Here we'll set a formula, we'll set variables, select variables and then select position. Okay, and as you can see, we have this result here 50. So click OK, and it's all. We created this variable, and the next thing to do now is to animate this model. So what we do first here, let's save this document. Click on this icon and click yes here. Okay, and now click in this icon here, change here, click here and select position. And now what we'll do is to change this end value. We'll change here to 75. Run this animation. And as you can see, now we have this animation running. Okay, now let's check this option and let's run again. Okay, this is all. And if you want to export the final result of this animation, just click in this save icon. Okay, as you can see here, we have a preview, so we can change this value. And as you can see here, we have the model, and also here in the output we can set in which folder we want to save these results, and also we can set the width and the height of this background here, this window. Okay, and also we can set icon for this video, this final result. And if you want to save this, what you need to do is to click on this create and save button. So this is all for this tutorial. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video useful, please leave a like, a comment and share this video with your friends.